Hey guys, it's Jess. Today I'm doing a little bit of a unique video. I'm gonna be designing a look loosely inspired by Lady Jessica from Dune. I recently saw it in theaters and then I started reading the book and realized how empowered but also vulnerable Jessica is as a character, and I really identify with her. I think that the costumes were something to really notice in the film because it is both ornate, intricate, and futuristic. And so there was this headpiece that really stood out to me in the film, and it was this heavy chain facial headpiece. And I decided to create a piece inspired by that and then recreate the look loosely inspired by Jessica's costume. So, with all that being said, I'm going to get started and see if I don't break my back attaching 18,000 chains. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. I am really intimidated. I have 18,000 chains just staring at me right now on the desk. And so I'm gonna be learning with you guys what will come out of this project. There are a few stages. I will start off by making the headpiece, and this will require some preliminary sketches and quite a few fittings. I'm gonna be trying on the piece as I'm creating it. And I'm also going to be doing the hair and the makeup and the clothing when I put everything together, and you guys will see all of it come together at the end as a final look. So this is stage 2 of the process, and so I braided the cord on the top as a base, and I worked the chains around my face. There's like a center line and then it goes around my eyes, and I'm working all of these chains to kind of drape around the head. The problem is, in my reference, she has like these triangles, but I'm kind of doing like this draped silhouette thing. But the thing that's so problematic is that it's not entirely symmetrical, because no matter how much I measured everything and I put it in the same places on each side, everything just started getting really difficult with the fitting of my head. And so, because I don't have a mannequin, I'm working flat and then trying it on and then adjusting and then trying it on. So it's really difficult. I am having such a hard time trying to make everything. I'm looking in the mirror trying to fix like the sides here, but you can see that there are pieces that go all the way around and then things that drape from that and attach back onto this like all the way around. So it's kind of like, especially with my bangs, it looks kind of goofy right now. We're gonna do a French braid in the final look so that everything will be kind of pulled back. Designing something flat to fit a 3D object with dimensions is the worst way to do it. If I had a mannequin, it would be so much easier, but so as you can see, I'm kind of building it off of all of these connector pieces. So I had all of the chains kind of hanging off on both sides from, I can't find the other one. Oh, here it is. From this gold plate that has like 3 different holes, and just making everything drape from that. Study your math, kids. It'll help you be a YouTuber one day. Back to work. So I've been working for like 4 hours or something like that, and obviously I'm like starting to get a little dizzy. I've been like this for like hours. My head is just, so I decided, yes. So I decided to do a try on camera. Let's see how the progress is. The hardest part is knowing, hardest thing is knowing the front, the back, and the right side. Because I made some distinctive differences, but sometimes it's, okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna try it on, and I'm gonna tell you guys what my plan is for the shoulder part. I have to get the bangs out of the way. All right. I feel like some royal Egyptian queen. All right, so we're checking. I don't want to get it on the mic. Okay, so pretty good progress in a few hours. It's a lot more symmetrical than it was. I managed to figure that out. But the hardest thing is the fact that there's this shoulder piece. It comes all the way down. So as you can see, I extended it with a pendant, which wasn't really in the design. It was actually in the fashion illustration that the costume designer initially planned. There was kind of a slim dangled pendant here, but I kind of took an extension. I was adding a bunch of these little ornate details here. There's like some extra here, extra chains. Even here, I think there's one. And here, this large one. And even like to attach, like I added these little slim ones here around the nose. I have to do the shoulder piece, which is going to be kind of I think it's going to be just the front and then attached with like 3 different necklace-esque closures in the back. But the front is going to be all of these diamond triangle shapes that will be draped over by chains. And what I want to do is, the reason why I extended this all the way down here is so that I can find ways to attach this, and then maybe even this, like I'll add another chain here. We'll be attaching the shoulder piece to the headpiece so that we can end up having it be all one, but when I put it on and off, it won't have to be all one and they get all tangled. Because as you can see, even putting this on, it starts getting really complicated and tangled. So that's where we're going to utilize our clamp closures. So that's where we are. Hey guys, it's the evening now. I've been working almost all day on this, and I finally did the shoulder piece that I had mentioned earlier. So we're gonna try it on with the headpiece as well. So what I did was I had all of these chains draped down, and then I attached the ones hanging down by connecting them with these, what are they called? Jack rings, I think they're called. So it creates this diamond shape. It's all draping. I actually didn't have to do too much geometry for this because it was more about draping. And so all of the ones hanging down were connected to each other. And then I also utilized some of these connectors in the center here and just connected all of the hanging ones. And I had one all the way across here like a necklace with a back closure. So what we have in the middle here is the closure that's going to connect to the top headpiece. So now this is where things get really interesting. Too much. Woo! So I finally, after like 10 minutes, I finally managed to get everything together all at once. So as you can see, this is where I connected the shoulder piece. There's a clasp here that I connected to this middle nose jack ring that was connecting the headpiece to the shoulder piece. And then I have the pendant from the headpiece underneath the shoulder piece. So everything looks kind of blended together. And this is kind of draping over my shoulder, so it manages to stay. I didn't want to put on the shirt and all of the other items with the scarf and the top and all that because I'm going to do all that tomorrow for the final reveal. So I'm done for today, but I'm going to get right back with you guys tomorrow to try everything on all at once. We have hair, which I'm going to do kind of a French braid back and then I'm gonna do the makeup, and then the earrings that I made first before all this, and then the top, the clothing, the scarf, and then the final reveal. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys. Hey guys, it's Jess. As you can see, it is the second day and I have completed the full look. I wasn't able to keep everything easily in place, so as you can see, the scarf is just kind of hanging around, and I didn't do the hair exactly as I expected to. A lot of things didn't fall into place because I did not try it on before I started shooting, so this is the first time that I'm seeing everything with you guys. And the conclusions on this project is that it really wasn't as effortless as I thought it would be. I noticed that things were kind of falling apart as I was putting it on and wasn't really staying in place. However, I managed to kind of maneuver everything in the end, so it did work out. I think that it was somewhat successful. Not ideal, but it worked out. And as you can see also, I didn't copy the look exactly. I ended up making it a lot more detailed, like the makeup and doing the hair differently and trying to make it a little bit more like fashion oriented, if that makes sense. So, and then I also did the lip thing, like the lip strip. And the eye makeup is a lot more intense and futuristic. So it was a really fun project, though. I think it really challenged me to kind of understand draping and how to make everything fall and fit my head and connect with the shoulder piece. And I love how the orange and the beige looked in the end. I think that also the hair being kind of loosely draped like curtains in the back was a really cool way to kind of complement all of the draped chains on the side. The most comfortable part that I loved was the cord that I braided on top, because it actually sits very comfortably on the top of my head. It's not very heavy aside from everything on my nose. I think that everything feels actually very wearable. So the hardest part was connecting the shoulder piece to the headpiece, but I think it worked out. And if you guys are into creative content, I post pretty regularly on my YouTube channel, so consider liking and subscribing this video if you're into that. So I'm gonna say goodbye so that I can take this off! I'm in a web of chaos right now. At least I feel like an Egyptian princess, you know? A sand worm queen. See you guys in the next one. How does he do it? He's like, yeah, ow.